It has a baby.
Now deeply isolated in the mountains, the trekkers move with unbroken focus with each step. Yet even still, an accident occurs. A pack of animals above the path dislodges a boulder, tumbling down into the line of trekkers. A nun quickly pushes her friend out of harm's way, and instead her own leg is crushed by the falling mass. With bones exposed, volunteers rush to her aid. Far from immediate help, they solar charge a satellite phone to call for an emergency rescue. The rest simply wait and pray. Only a few weeks away from the end, the remaining trekkers are heavy with fatigue. Even His Holiness the Drukpa is visibly worn, with critical pain in his knees and legs. It is midsummer. Snow on this pass is unimaginable at this time of year. At risk of becoming stranded by nightfall, the trekkers have no choice but to push through to the next campsite. Along the path are the remains of 2 previous trekkers, a foreboding signal to the dangers that lay ahead. It is as if the seasons had switched places overnight. Has the earth gone mad? The site is a haunting echo of the unexpected cloudburst that struck not too far from this very spot. When His Holiness the Drukpa visited Ladakh after the cloudburst, he was joined by Indian actor 𝐼𝐴𝐴 Khan to survey the damage at Druk White Lotus School, a project of His Holiness and shoot location for Khan's film 3 Idiots.
Yeah, you can.
That means almost like a human
Yeah, how you can. It's destroyed completely.
So all the computers and I think equipments are gone. It's the same in a civil hospital.
Yeah, in the afternoon they usually sleep.
Fortunately, the children were evacuated in time and no one at the school was injured. The surrounding areas were perhaps not so fortunate, with damage beyond repair.
The rock is the one that really hit on the house, and then the house is gone. And then many human beings are killed because of the rock. And the rocks, I think, will not be that active if you have these trees, you know. So, of course, I mean, my way of promotion is, please, you have to understand these things, you know. Please plant trees everywhere. But then also, again, people don't listen. That's the problem. They don't think, you know, planting trees is that much of urgent. It's important. Now you can see now, you know.
The entourage spots a horse in the distance, trapped in the mud from the flash floods. Perhaps this is more than a small gesture. It is a retroactive wish to save the countless beings that drowned in the mud but a few days before.
We can't really afford to say, yes, it's unfortunate, let it be like that. No, I think we have to really give a very good education. It's a wrong way to call it natural disaster. It's a man-made disaster, actually. For example, not planting, deforesting, causing avalanches and the floods. We all know that. We just can't get ourselves together in practice. This is the really turning point.
His Holiness's visit to Ladakh, though a separate event from the Pad Yatra, reinforced many of the same concerns. For the people of the Himalayas, environmental preservation is a matter of self-preservation. Unable to navigate such severe snow, the horses collapse at the base of the pass. The loads they carried are stranded here along with them. Battling exhaustion, a handful of trekkers generously haul multiple bags over the pass, though only a fraction of the load will make it, leaving the campsite short of most belongings.
It was scary. Before I left America, I was told that there would be no snow at all. In fact, someone laughed at me and said there's no snow during that time of year. Even the locals were baffled. We literally ran out of food. It was negative 30 degrees, and our food and supplies were stuck below. We just had to sit it out.
To avoid the danger of hiking through the melting slush at daybreak, the trekkers resume their journey in the dead of night.
When I start feeling the pain of the trek, initially I get angry. You know, why are we going so fast? Why is this so high? Why did I sign up for this? Then you come to a moment where you're just too tired to feel angry. And then you get into a zone where it's one foot in front of the other, and you start feeling pretty good about yourself, and you could feel your confidence building by the second. I don't know if you stop noticing the nausea and the headaches or it goes away, but once you plow through, it's incredible. You start noticing how beautiful your environment is. You get over yourself and all your little aches and pains, and you start really enjoying how beautiful the area is.
Oh my God.
It's so beautiful up here.
I got what I call the happies in the Himalayas. One of my favorite memories of my entire life was getting to a particular campsite with my sister, and we couldn't stop being happy about everything. In fact, she had stepped into a gigantic puddle of turd, and I just thought that was the sweetest thing on earth. Nothing could upset either of us. We got to a point where we appreciated the little moments in life, and it didn't take very much for us to laugh, and it didn't take very much for us to be happy. everything's funnier out there. You know, you're grateful. You're grateful for water, you're grateful for food. You get to your campsite and you're grateful that you're alive or that you're not hurt that day. That sense of appreciation overwhelms you, and nothing really bothers you anymore.
With only a few days left of the Pad Yatra, many gather to say their goodbyes to His Holiness before they hit the crowds ahead. As a gesture of goodwill, the group hangs prayer flags, believed to spread well wishes through the force of wind, bringing great happiness to surrounding areas. As the size of the crowds grow, the trekkers realize that news of their adventures has spread faster than their footsteps. Once a sparse foot journey, the Pad Yatra has become the stuff of local legend, a sight to be witnessed with your own eyes.
The joyful effort is there. Joy of seeing people, joy of seeing this isolated area. As a leader, I have a strong desire to give them confidence on their own way of living. I want boys and girls to understand how valuable their life is. It is very much related to education. They have to know how valued the tree is. They have to know how valued the nature is, their traditional life.
Greeted by thousands to welcome them back, the Pad Yatra ends at Drukpa's own 𝐏𝐚𝐝 monastery.
Even though I am a Buddhist, spirituality is very important, not the religion. Spirituality is clean, kind, selfless mind, loving kindness. That is the spirituality.
Love needs to be recognized and activated. I don't know who doesn't need love in this world. Even the trees, the flowers, they need also loving kind.
Over 800 pounds of plastic was collected during the trek. Hundreds of villages were visited. Tens of thousands were educated on environmental preservation. But how do you quantify the impact of this Pad Yatra, this green odyssey through the back roads of the Himalayas? How do you measure the birth of a new social consciousness? Inspired by the Pad Yatra and the Drukpa trekkers, people of all ages arrive from around the Himalayas to participate in this homage to the environment, a mass tree planting in the heart of Ladakh. Since the Pad Yatra, several villages across Ladakh have banned all plastic products. Filtered water has become a new local business, allowing trekkers and passers-by to avoid buying bottles. Over 9,000 people are in attendance, and 50,300 trees are planted within 33 minutes, breaking a Guinness World Record. This joyful effort may not solve all the world's problems overnight. But as with the Pad Yatra, perhaps it is a matter of one small step in front of the other. Mm-hmm.